Love for music back in 2001 while in school and a part of the school's classic musical group. He went on to study dramatic arts and liked the poetry aspect of things, which led him to rap music. In 2006, he was part of a group called Southern Lunatics, which he later left and decided to venture into a solo career. He released his first studio album titled Silhouette, and he joins us this morning to share more. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming to Morning Live today.
Thank you, ma'am. How are you?
I'm great. Let's talk about your stage name. It's quite unique. How did you get it and what's the meaning behind it?
Basically, it comes from my love for the dramatic arts, having studied drama in high school. So soliloquy basically means talking to yourself, and it's a Shakespearean term, basically where a character would speak to himself aside or to the audience, speaking his thoughts out loud.
All right. Let's talk about your great love for the arts. I mean, you talk about your love for drama. You also love poetry. How do you transition that into being a rap artist?
Well, in the words of, I believe, William Shakespeare, all the world is a stage. So I believe we're always wearing masks or always somehow having characters within us that we are portraying to the world. I mean, after this interview, you are going to go back to the character that you used to, whereas you're presenting another one to the world. So then, therefore, when I rap, I'm someone else. I'm soliloquy, or I'm whatever I've written, or whatever message I'm bringing, bringing forward to the world.
And would you say there's any authenticity to that, playing around with characters? Would people not question whether or not you're real? I do believe there's a whole lot of authenticity because every character is not thumb-sucked per se. It's a character that actually exists. Even if it may be as fictional as it may be, it is created from the human essence, or even something that we all can relate to. So therefore, it definitely resonates with I guess it's true that people are multidimensional. Yeah. There's not just one level.
Yeah.
All right. Now, you're part of a group before. How did, that translate into you now being a solo artist? Why did you pursue a solo career?
Look, as is, in life, you will always have differing visions and missions and goals and ambitions. So that is what led me to have a solo career, because of our own personal differences within a group. I mean, throughout history, you will see how groups have disseminated because of differing opinions or whatever other reasons that have caused them to disseminate.
All right. Let's talk about the content in your music. What is it inspired by, and what do you talk about in your music?
Basically, silhouette is symbolic. It means it's symbolic of me coming out from the shadows and into the world as a upcoming artist, So therefore, that on its own is like the theme of the album and is the theme of most of the songs. So they talk about where I come from, and they include my own perspective of life and experiences, inclusive of what I've also been through as just an artist trying to come up.
All right. The industry is saturated. There's so much competition. Yeah. How difficult or how easy is it to differentiate yourself and to set yourself apart from what's already out there?
I've once heard a quote that says, the best, copy that you can be is a copy of yourself, because that's the unique thing that you will always have. So in essence, that's the only thing that will define me. I mean, as unique as your thumbprint, it's the only thing that you have that makes you 1 in a million or 1 in 7 billion, if that's how many we are on the planet. So that's basically the influence for everything that I do.
All right. Let's speak about your biggest accomplishments so far. What would you name as some of the highlights in your journey in music? I can't say much, but having an album on its own, it's not
sort of small feat. A lot of things have come my way, and some I have let go of in pursuit of my music. But it's not my music per se. I look to influence the minds of human beings through music. This was just a project that I started some years back, and I'm hoping that eventually I'll make the impact that's necessary with this project and future projects, and that people will, you know, not necessarily buy my music because they like it, but because of the message behind it.
All right, let's talk about where people can get a hold of your album and how they can get in touch with you.
All right, kindly like my Facebook page. It's at God First ENT16. That's basically where most of my profile is. I'm also on SoundCloud, Soliloquy _SLQ. That's SOLILOQUY_SLQ. You can find me in most social media platforms with that alias.
All right, fantastic. Thank you so much for coming through, Mr. Soliloquy. Well, that was artist Leo Gilboy, better known as Soliloquy, who is currently promoting his album titled Silhouette and his music career through various performances and social media. Now, remember, you can share your views with us at Morning Live SABC is, of course, our Twitter handle. Let us know how you enjoyed that. It's time for us to perhaps take a look at what you have been saying on social media, but perhaps we'll do that when we come back after the break. We did ask you the question, what events or stories caught your attention this week? For now, let me hand you back over to Simpiwe.